So as we are working on quadratic functions, so what are quadratic functions? We have also already learned this in the last video, that any function which has the highest power or degree 2 is known as quadratic function. So in this we are going to study the general form of the quadratic function. So let's do a warm up. Consider the function f of x is equal to x minus 2 whole square minus 1. So what will be the vertex in it? This will be x minus h whole square plus k. So h and k is a vertex, so h is 2 here and minus 1 is k. So the vertex is 2 minus 1. Sketch the graph of f of x including at least 3 points. Okay, so here is 2 minus 1 lying. From x-axis it's 1, 2, and from y-axis it's minus 1. This is the point. So let's find some values of x and y to plot the graph, and we need to use at least 3 values to plot the graph. So for using at least 3 values, if we can put 1, f of 1, I will get 1 minus 2 whole square minus 1, which is equal to 1 minus 2 whole square. 1 minus 2 is minus 1 square, is 1 minus 1, which is 0. So if x is 1, y is 0. If x is 2, it's 2 minus 2, 0 minus 1. If x is 2, y is minus 1. If x is 3, it's 3 minus 2, 1, 1 square is 1, 1 minus 1 is 0. So we got 3 values. So now let's plot. X is 1, y is 0. X is 2, y is minus 1. X is 3, y is 0. So using these 3 values, we are going to plot the graph. Use point to expand the equation for f of x. So the function is f of x, which is equal to x minus 2 whole square minus 1. So it can be written as x minus 2 minus 1, which is equal to x square minus 2x plus 4 minus 1, which is equal to x square minus 4x plus 3. Factor and solve for x-intercept. So for x-intercepts, what we are going to do is factorize this minus 4x plus 3, and its midterm breaking 3 times 1 is 3, so it can be written as minus 3x minus 1x plus 3. It can be written as x minus 3 minus 1 x minus 3, which can be written as x minus 3 x minus 1, which is equal to 0, and x is equal to 3, x is equal to 1. Quadratics in general form. So when a quadratic function is expanded and simplified, it is the general form. Y is equal to ax square bx plus c. So we know in the quadratics means the highest power would be 2, and the coefficient of highest power is called a, the coefficient of x with power 1 is called b, and the constants are called c. So we have a, b and c. This is the standard form of the quadratic, standard form or the general form of the quadratic equation. Okay, so although we cannot see the translations directly from the equation, we can use coefficients a, b and c to determine the equation of the axis of symmetry and hence find the coordinates of the vertex. So axis of symmetry is equal to x is equal to minus b over 2a. What is b? This is the coefficient b of x, and a is the coefficient of the x cube. What is the vertex? Once we know the axis of symmetry, we can plug this value for x back into the equation to find the value of y from the equation. So the vertex would be minus b over 2a. Now coming to the first example, sketch the graph of y is equal to x square minus 2x minus 8. So what is a here? The coefficient of x squared is a, that is 1. Coefficient of x is b, that is minus 2, and coefficient of the constant is c, that is minus 8. So now axis of symmetry is aox, which is equal to minus b over 2a minus 2 over 2, which is equal to 1. So axis of symmetry is 1, which means x is equal to 1. Now if we will put the value of x in the equation, we will get the vertex. Y is equal to 1 minus 2 minus 8. Y is equal to minus 9. So we get the point 1 minus 9. 1 minus 9. This is the point. So now we need to find some more points by taking x and y. Which can be, if it's 1 it's minus 9, it would be 2, it would be minus 8. If it would be x would be 2, it would be 2 square is 4, minus 4 times 2 is 8, minus 8. 4 minus 8 would be minus 4 minus 8. Okay, and let's say x is 4, so it would be 4 square is 16, minus 4 times 2 is 8, minus 8, so it would be 16 minus 16, 0. X is 4, y is 0. If x is negative 4, negative 4 square is 16, minus 2, minus 4 plus 8, so it would be 16. Somewhere here. If it would be negative 1, negative 1 square is 1, negative 1 minus minus plus 2, minus 8, minus 5, negative 1 minus 5. So the graph is going to go like this. Sketch the graph of y is equal to minus 3x minus 6x plus 5. So very easy. First of all, we should know what is the axis of symmetry, which is equal to x, which is equal to minus b over 2a, and what is a is equal to minus 3, b is equal to minus 6, c is equal to 5. So minus 6 over 2a, which is equal to 6 over minus 6, which is equal to minus 1. So putting the value in y, we will get minus 3 minus 1 square minus 6 minus 1 plus 5, which is equal to minus 1 square is plus 1, minus 3 plus 6 plus 5, 3 plus 5, 8. So it would be minus 1 and plus 8. This would be the axis of symmetry. And if this is the axis of symmetry, we know, because here the sign is positive over here, it would be upwards. Here the sign is negative over here, it is going to be downwards. So where it's going to go is, let's take some values. Only 3 values will be enough. Negative 1, x would be negative 1, so it would be minus 3 negative 1 square minus 6 negative 1 plus 5. Minus 1 square is plus 1, so minus 3 plus 6 plus 5, 3 plus 5, 8. For negative 1 it would be 8. For positive 1 it would be minus 3 minus 6 plus 5 minus 9 plus 5 minus 4. For negative 1 it would be 8. Negative 1 it was 8. For plus 1 it's 4. For negative 2, five. For negative 2 it's 5. Okay. Solving quadratics by factorizing. When a quadratic function is written in general form and has x terms, you cannot solve for the x-intercepts using the methods of square roots. Another option is factorizing. So to find the x-intercept of the quadratic like y is equal to 3x square minus 2x minus 8, we first need to factor the equation. Draw an x to organize your work. So what we have to do is we have to do the cross multiplication. After cross multiplication, we will find the factors of 24 that it can result in minus 2. So when it will result in minus 2, we will just make the factors, get the factors and group them. Group the factors and organize them. So very easy. What we need to do is we need to multiply 1 with 10. 1 tens are 10. So it's going to be 5 times 2 is 10. So and minus 5x plus 2x gives us minus 3x. So we need to factorize taking x common, x minus 5, taking 2 common, x minus 5. So it would be x minus 5, x plus 2, and we can put it equal to 0. So x is equal to 5, x is equal to minus 2. We get the two x-intercepts, it is minus 2 and 5. So again this would be 2 times 3 is 6. So 6 ones are 6. Minus 1x minus 3. So 2x is common, x plus 3 minus 1 is common, x plus 3. So 2x minus 1, x plus 3, which 2x minus 1 can be equal to 0, 2x is equal to 1 and x is equal to 1 by 2. X is equal to minus 3. Okay. Solving for x-intercepts using the quadratic formula. Okay, now what is a quadratic formula? To solve a quadratic equation, we have a quadratic formula for solving the x if the factorization doesn't work. So it is x is equal to minus b plus minus square root b square minus 4ac over 2a. So this is very easy using the quadratic formula to find the x-intercepts is. Okay, first of all we will write what is a. A is the coefficient of x square 1. Coefficient of x is b is equal to minus 8 and the constant is c is equal to 16. So let's solve it for x minus b plus minus b square minus 4ac over 2a. 8 plus minus 8 times it is 64 minus 64 minus 64 is 0. So 8 by 2 is 4. So answer of x would be 4 over here. Okay, so a is minus 3, b is minus 6, c is 5. So we have minus b plus minus b square minus 4ac over 2a. It would be 6 plus minus 15 times 4 is 60 over minus 6. 6 plus minus 6 over minus 6. So now we need to know what is the square root of 96. So 96 is not a perfect square, so we will solve it like this. 6 by minus 6 plus minus square root 96 over 6. It would be 1, so it would be minus 1 plus minus square root 96 over 6. Okay, so it's 2x square minus 5x plus 4. So a is equal to 2, b is equal to minus 5, c is equal to 4. So it would be minus b plus minus b square minus 4ac over 2a. 5, 25 minus 4. So in this I am trying to cover each kind of example. So here we are getting the square root which is negative. We are getting a negative square root of 7, and we know the square root of a negative number does not exist. So in this case there are no x-intercepts. So we have used these three examples to find the values of the x-intercepts using the quadratic formula. In the first, we get the we get the square root as 0, so we'll get the simple answer. In the second one, we get the square root as a square root as Square root is a number which does not have a perfect square, so we will solve it like this. In the third, we get a square root which is a negative number, so in this case the x-intercept does not exist. Let's confirm our algebraic solution for the x-intercept by examining graph of f, g and h. So for the first one, f is equal to x square minus 8x plus 16. So what was our root for the first one? Our root was x is equal to 4. So let's check its x is equal to 4 over here. So it has two real roots and both are x is equal to 4. In the second example, the value of x was minus 1 plus minus square root 96 over 6. So it is lying on the 2 points in the x. One is minus 1 plus square root 96 over 6, and here it is minus 1 minus square root 96 over 6. So it has two real roots. Because it's intercepting the x-axis at 2 points. So here you can see that the function is intersecting the x-axis at no points. So there are no x-intercepts when we have a negative number in the square root. So there are no x-intercepts and there are no real roots. So it's very easy to determine that if you have a very positive response from by solving the quadratic equation, it means two real roots. If one answer, then two real roots. If then two answers, then two real roots. And if there is a negative square root, then it means no real roots or no x-intercepts. So when a quadratic function y is equal to x square plus bx plus c has rational values for the coefficients a, b, c, the value of the b square minus 4ac in the quadratic formula is called the discriminant. This is called discriminant. We can use this discriminant to determine the type or the nature of the quadratic rules by solving for the x-intercept. So b square minus 4ac is greater than 0, is equal to 0. Whenever it is equal to 0, as we have checked in the first example, it means double root. And sketch of the graph would be two real roots. Whenever it is greater than 0, it means two single roots. Two roots, but both will be different, not the same one. So it has two real roots. Okay. And when it is less than 0, then there would be no roots. And the graph of the function would be 0 real roots. X-intercepts are also called zeros or the roots. Without actually solving, determine the nature of the roots, determines its vertex, sketch the graph of the function. So without solving, we need to do these three things. First of all, we know a is equal to 3, we know b is equal to 2 and c is equal to 1. So we need to solve the discriminant b square minus 4ac, which will be equal to 4 minus 4 ac, which is equal to 4 minus 12, which is equal to minus 8. So negative discriminant means no real roots. A miniature rocket is launched off a roof. The height of the rocket with respect to the time can be modeled using the function h of t is equal to minus 10t square plus 60t plus 15. How high is the roof? Whenever we need to know that how high is the roof, we need to put t is equal to 0. And when I will put t is equal to 0, I will get h of 0, which is equal to minus 10 plus 60 plus 15, which is equal to 15 meters. Okay. How high is the rocket 1 second after launch? So after 1 second, here is how high is the roof, so t is equal to 0. Here is after 1 second, so it will be t is equal to 1. So h of 1 is equal to minus 10. Here it was multiplied with 0 and 0, it was giving us 0 plus 0. Here it is giving minus 10 minus 60 plus 15, and it's going to give us 65 meters. What is the maximum height reached by the rocket? So find the maximum height. First of all, we need to find the vertex so that we can know what is the maximum height. So for finding the vertex, we will find x is equal to minus b over 2a, which is equal to minus, what is b? 60 over 2, and a is 10, which is equal to 3. So what will be y? Y is equal to minus 10, 3 square plus 60, 3 plus 15, which is equal to minus 10, 9, 180 plus 15, which is equal to 105. So maximum height means we are talking about the y-axis, and first of all we need to find the x coordinate, and x coordinate can be found by using AOX, axis of symmetry, which is equal to minus b over 2a, then finding the y, which is equal to maximum height. So always remember when you are says how high the roof is. High means that height is equal to 0. If it's 1 second means put time is equal to 1, and if it's maximum height means y coordinate to find y coordinate. How much time will elapse before the rocket hits on the ground? So we need to find when it hits on the ground. So it hits on the ground, it means y-axis is going to be, hits on the ground mean y-axis is going to be 0. So y is going to be 0 means 0, which is equal to minus 10t square plus 60t plus 15. So taking 5 common, minus 2t square plus okay, so taking it over here. Okay, now solving is by using quadratic equation. Minus b we will get is 3 plus square root 168 by 4 seconds. So once we will solve it with plus and once we will solve it with minus, so we will get minus 0.2 and 6.2, and we know the time is always positive, so it would be 6.2 seconds. So when it's going to hit the ground, see, it's going to hit the ground, y would be 0. It's going to go maximum height, y would be maximum. It's going to go 1 second, so 1. It's going to hit how high is from the roof. How high is from the roof means t is equal to time is going to be 0. Okay. Sketch the graph of the height versus time. Be able to show it to the vertex and any x and y intercepts. So while putting the graph from height versus time, it's always height on the y-axis and time on the x-axis. So the time would be height versus time. So first of all, it was here it is 3 and 105. So 3 was from x-axis, 1, 2 and 3, and 105 from the y-axis. 105. So it's 3 and 105. This is the maximum point because the maximum height is 105. Okay, and from here it's it will hit the ground at 6.2 seconds, so it would be hit the ground, so x-axis would be 6.2 and y would be 0. It's going to hit the ground, so y would be 0 and x would be 6.2. And at here, when how high it is from the roof, it would be 15 meters, and 15 would be the value of y and x would be the 0 over here. So it's going to be like this. It's kind of a parabola, not the rectangle or triangle. Like this. So try to understand it, how much time will it elapse from the rocket to the ground. It will hit the ground means y is going to be 0 and we will find the value of x. Hit the ground, y is going to be 0, not high. Okay, and when it will be maximum height, x would be 0 and we will find the value of maximum height. Okay, so what is the practical domain for this model? So it is starting from 0 and moving to 3 plus minus square root 168 by 4. Or it can be 6.2. Okay. Miles stated when a, b, c are rational numbers, a and c have opposite signs. The quadratic equation f of x equal to a square plus bx plus c must have real roots. So you equal this, justify mathematically. So it is saying that y is equal to ax square plus bx plus c. So it says a and c have opposite signs. So it means y is equal to minus ax square plus bx plus c. So let's find the discriminant for the first one. It would be equal to b square minus 4ac, which is equal to b square minus 4a a, b, c are rational numbers. A, c have opposite signs. Okay, opposite signs are in the two ways, negative a or plus c, or it can be positive a and there are two options to get the opposite sign, negative c. So we will get b square plus 4ac. In the second case, we will get b square minus 4ac, which is equal to b square minus 4 negative ac. We will get again b square plus 4ac. So we agree. So quadratic function f of x equal to a must have real roots. Do you agree? Justify mathematically. So we agree reason. B square will always be positive and 4ac will always be negative if a and c have opposite signs. Therefore b square minus 4ac is equal to b square plus 4ac will always be positive, and if the discriminant is positive, f of x must have two real roots. These roots can be two single roots or one double roots. So they are saying, do you agree that the quadratic equation f of x must have real roots? Do you agree if a and c have opposite signs? So there are two options. A and c has opposite signs if a is positive and c is negative. If a is negative and c is positive, in both the cases we are getting a positive discriminant. So positive discriminant means, first of all I will say I agree, and positive discriminant means that we will always get two real roots. Always get two real roots. Two real roots can be either two single roots or one double roots. So we know that if we get a positive discriminant, we will always get the two real roots. So the option is correct. Coming to the problem set, general graph the following quadratic functions showing at least three significant points. Show all essentials. So x square minus plus 2x minus 2. So it would be very easy. First of all, we need to know what is AOX. And AOX is equal to minus b over 2a, which is equal to minus 2 over 2, 1, which is equal to minus 1. It is the value of x. So if x is we get the value of x, we can find the value of vertex, which is y. Minus 1 square plus 2 minus 1 minus 2, which is equal to 1 minus 2 minus 2, 1 minus 4, which is equal to minus 3. Now what is the, this is the value of y-intercepts, and the vertex would be finally minus 1 and minus 3. So what is the y-intercept, at which point y will intercept? So find the y-intercept, we need to put x equal to 0. So y-intercept would be minus 2. What will be the domain and what will be the range? So let's calculate. Now the vertex is minus 1 minus 3, so it's minus 1 and minus 3 over here. We need to find two more values. So we already know minus 1 is minus 3. if we can go for 0, I will get -2. For 0 I will get -2, and for -1 -2. For -2 it's going to be -2 square is +4, -4 -2. For -2 it's going to be -2. So the graph is going like this. So the domain of the graph is the x values, and it's going from -infinity to +infinity, and the range is it's going from -3 to +infinity. So AOS is -b/2a, -4/2, 2 into 2, -1. Vertex is going to be 2 into -1 square plus 4 into -1 plus 3, which is equal to -1 square is +1, so it's 2 minus 4 plus 3, 2 minus 1, which is 1. So vertex is -1, 1. Y-intercept is 0 plus 0 plus 3, which is equal to 3. Okay, so -1, 1, -1 and +1. This is the point. Okay, let's go for x and y. So if it's -1 on the x-axis, +1 on the y-axis. For 0 on the x-axis, for -2 on the x-axis. For 0 on the x-axis, it's going to be 3. For -2 on the x-axis, it's going to be 2 minus 2 square plus 4 minus 2 plus 3 minus 4 to the 8 minus 4 to the 8 plus 3. So it's going to be 0 on the x-axis and 1, 2, 3 on the y-axis, -2 and 3. So graph is going like this, and we know it's upwards because the 2 is positive. So the what will be the domain would be from -infinity to +infinity, and the range would be starting from 1 to +infinity. Okay, there is one more way to find the y-intercept. Do you notice? The constant is also called y-intercept. What is the y-intercept here? -2, so this is -2. Y-intercept 3, so this is 3 plus 3. So here the y-intercept would be 4. The constant is called y-intercept. Okay, AOS is equal to minus b over 2a, minus b over 2a, plus 6 over -6, again -1. So it's again -1, and putting -1 square, -6 -1 plus 4, which is equal to -1 square is +1, so it's going to be -3 plus 6 plus 4, which is equal to 3 plus 4, 7. So the vertex is going to be -1 and 7, doing in and right. Okay, so let's go with -1 and 6, 7. It's negative, so it's going to go downwards. It's negative, so it's going to go down. -1 and +7, -1 and +7. Okay, so let's go for this. -1 is +7, 0 and -2. For 0, it's going to answer with 4. For -2, so y it's going to be downwards because the sign is negative with x square. So domain is going to be all the x values which will be equal to minus infinity to plus infinity, and the range would be from 7 to negative infinity to 7. Select an appropriate method, square root, factorizing, quadratic formula, and algebraically solve for the x-intercepts for the following parabolas. So we can use any method to find it easy. So we will use the factorization method, which is the most easy one. Minus 24, which is equal to 0. So 8 3s are 24, and 8 minus 3s. X minus 5 squared plus 15, which is equal to 0. It can be easily solved like this. Is equal to minus 15, taking square root on both sides. X minus 5 is equal to square root of minus 15 plus 5. Negative square root does not exist, so no real roots. So it has two x's and two roots. X square plus 4x minus 8 doesn't make factorization, so we will go for quadratic formula. Minus b plus minus b square minus 4ac over 2a minus 4 plus minus 16 minus plus 32 over 2 minus 4 plus minus 4 square root 3 by 2, taking 2 common, minus 2 plus minus 2 square root 3 by 2 minus 2 plus minus 2 square root 3. 4 3 is 12, 12 minus 1 11, so it's possible 3x square plus 11x minus 4, which is equal to 0, so it's going to be plus 12x minus 1x minus 4, which is equal to 0, 3x, x plus 12 minus 1, x plus, x plus 4 here. I'm trying to complete it too fastly because I suppose everyone knows these factorization, because this is the easiest part of this. 2x square minus 14 is equal to 0, which can be equal to 14, which can be equal to 7, which can be equal to plus minus square root 7, means two real roots. Coming to quadratic formula again, minus b plus minus b square minus 4ac over 2a minus 6 plus minus 36 minus 12 over 6, which can be equal to minus 6 plus minus 2 square root 6 over 6 minus 1 plus minus square root 6 over 3. Find discriminant to determine the number and nature of roots for each function. So very easy, just go for the discriminant. B square minus 4ac, which can be equal to minus 5 square minus 4ac, 25 plus is equal to 161. So it's giving two real roots. B square minus 4ac, which will be equal to minus 3 square minus 4ac, 9 minus 4. Negative means no real roots. Positive means we have 2 real roots, negative means we have no real roots, and let's say we have 6 square minus 4ac. 0 means 2 real. If we will get 0, it's a positive number, again it means 2 real roots. If we get a number positive, it means 2 real roots. If we get a negative number, it means no real roots. So must remember this. Assuming b is not equal to 0, does the sign of b affect the value of the discriminant? Is the sign of b affecting the value of the discriminant? No. The sign of the b does not affect the value of the discriminant because b square minus 4ac, since b square is always positive. Sign of b never affect the value of the discriminant because b square is also equal to b square, and negative of the b square is also equal to b square. So find all the values of a so that ax square plus 3x plus 5 is equal to 0 has 2 real roots. So if it has 2 real roots, it means the discriminant is going to be greater than equal to 2 real roots, means greater than or equal to 0. Can be 0 or greater than equal to 0. So b square is 9 minus 4a and c is 5, which is greater than equal to 0. So 9 minus 20a is greater than equal to 0. 9 is greater than equal to 20a, and 9 by 20 is greater than equal to a, or a is less than equal to 9 by 20. If f of x is equal to this, is translated 2 units to the right and 4 units left, right, and move equation for f of x. We have to find your answer in the general form. So 2 units to the right means x is translated 2 units to the right and 4 units to the up. X minus 2 square minus 2x minus 2 plus 1 plus 4, which can be equal to x minus 2 square minus, let's solve this too, x square minus 4x plus 4 minus 2x plus 4 plus 5, which is equal to x square minus 6x plus 15. Andrea stands on a balcony and shows a ball on her dog who is at ground level. The ball's height above the ground with respect to the time can be modeled by this. What was the height of the ball at the time it was thrown? When it is thrown, the time was 0. T is equal to 0. So it would be h of 0, which is equal to 16 meters. What is the maximum height of the ball? So if the height is at maximum, then for height to be maximum, we first need to find AOS, which is equal to x minus b over 2a, which is equal to 1. So now putting the value 1, plus 16, that is 18 meters, which is the maximum height. When will the ball hit the ground? So when the ball is going to hit the ground, the y is going to be 0, so we need to find x-axis. So if height is going to be 0, so we need to find x-axis. So minus 2t square plus 4t plus 16, which is equal to 0. Taking minus 2 common, t square minus 2t plus minus 8 is equal to 0. T square minus 2t minus 8 is equal to 0. T is equal to 4 and t is equal to minus 2. So it's going to be positive 1. T is equal to 4 seconds. The number of mosquitoes in Anchorage, Alaska depends on the amount of the rainfall according to the model mx is equal to minus x square plus 14x. How many mosquitoes are there after 3 centimeters of the rainfall? So x would be 3 it would be minus 9 plus 14 into 3, which would be equal to 33 million. How many centimeters of rainfall will produce the maximum number of mosquitoes? So first find the x1, go to minus b over 2a, that is 7 centimeter. What is the maximum number of mosquitoes based upon this model? So putting 7 minus 7 square plus 14 into 7, which is equal to minus 49 plus 98, which is equal to 49 million. How much rainfall will produce 33 million mosquitoes? 33 million mosquitoes for how much rainfall? Equation will become x square. Equation will become x square minus 14x plus 33, which is equal to 0. X square either 11 centimeter or 3 centimeter. Sketch a graph of the mosquito population versus rainfall for an anchor. Be sure to exclude the vertex of the x and the y intercepts. So it would be rainfall in centimeters and mosquitoes in millions. So first we get the value, which was 7 of the x-axis and 49 for the y-axis. 7 and 49 was the maximum value. And here we get and 0. What is the practical domain of this model from 0 to 40? So let's just explaining this again. The number of mosquitoes in Anchorage, Alaska depends upon the amount of rainfall in centimeters, and the model is m of x is equal to minus x square plus 14x. So how many mosquitoes are there after 3 centimeter of rainfall? So it means the amount of rainfall is given by the value x, so we will put 3 in the value of x. How many centimeter rainfall will produce maximum number of mosquitoes? So for finding the maximum number of mosquitoes, we need to find the AOX, that is minus b over 2a. Then we will go for what is the maximum number of mosquitoes. So this is how many centimeters? These centimeters, 7 centimeter will produce maximum number of mosquitoes. Putting 7 in the equation, we will get 49 million mosquitoes are the maximum number of mosquitoes that can be expected after the rainfall. And this way we will make the graph, and we are ended with the quadratic equations in the general form.